How do maps and data set precinct boundaries? Imagine trying to find your way in a city without street signs or landmarks. That's what voting can feel like without clear precinct boundaries. Precinct boundaries are the lines on maps that show where one voting district ends and another begins. These lines are carefully drawn to make sure everyone votes in the right place. They help keep elections fair and organized. The process starts with larger districts like state legislative districts or congressional districts. Every 10 years, after the federal census, these districts are redrawn to match population changes. These big districts act as a framework for smaller precinct lines. The goal is to group voters into precincts that have about the same number of people, usually fewer than 2,000 registered voters. This way, polling places won't get overcrowded and voters can be served quickly. When drawing precinct boundaries, officials think about many things. They look at population size and where people live to keep precincts balanced. They also consider natural features like rivers or parks and community boundaries like neighborhoods or towns. The location of polling places is important too. They want voters to have easy access to where they vote. Sometimes precincts are split or combined if the population is too small or too big, or if natural or political boundaries make sense. To create these boundaries, election officials use maps and data from the census and voter registration records. They often use geographic information system software, which helps draw precise digital lines on a map. These maps are updated regularly, especially after redistricting, to reflected population shifts and new district lines. Once the boundaries are set, officials assign each voter to a specific precinct based on their home address. This assignment tells voters where to go on election day and which ballot style they will receive. It makes sure voters see the correct races and measures on their ballot. For first-time voters, understanding precinct boundaries is important because it shows where they need to go to vote. You can find your precinct and polling place by entering your address on your local election office's website or official voter information portal. In short, maps and data help draw precinct boundaries by using population numbers and geographic features. These lines organize elections by assigning voters to specific polling places and ballots. This system makes voting straightforward and accessible for everyone.